Good morning, Cole, it's Tuesday. I really wanted to make my video a long time before this, but it's been ridiculously busy around here. Culminating in yesterday, which may have been like the most productive day of my life because I finished my architecture project, pictures, yes, fancy look, yep, yes, and I finished a giant engineering coding project, and I declared my major getting this sweet t-shirt for that. And so now it's the first day in a long time where I'm not frantically scrambling trying to do something really important, so I'm making a video. Cole, today I wanted to talk to you about the idea of the friend zone and all the controversy behind this topic. For the viewers who aren't as hip and cool as I am and don't know the youngsters' lingo, the friend zone is a term for when one person doesn't want a romantic relationship with another and just wants to be just friends, thus putting the other person in the friend zone. Now this usually occurs with a girl friend zoning a guy, and since this is the most common and has the most controversy behind it, I'm only going to talk about that, although there's a lot of other kinds of friend zoning. Now when the friend zone first became a commonly used term and social construct, there was a lot of pity for guys that were in the friend zone. Because romantic relationships are cute and fun and everybody wants to be in one, so we naturally pity someone who has been denied that. However, I've noticed a dramatic shift in the way we talk about the friend zone within the last year or so. Now this perspective comes to the side of the girl, saying that she's in no way obligated to have a romantic relationship with her friend and that he's just being greedy and or whiny. And that perspective makes a lot of sense and there's really nothing wrong with that. However, as with any other issue, the side that is technically right often takes it just a little bit too far. Recently I've begun to observe something, especially online, which I like to call the war on nice guys. Nice guys being males who are not classically attractive but have many other good traits but are not in a romantic relationship despite desperately wanting to be in one. Exhibit A. Now why is there a war on nice guys? Well, there is a few really good reasons. We nice guys often have the problem of not imagining girls complexly enough and either seeing them in one of two ways. The first way being this superhuman ideal, because these girls are just so amazing and we could never deserve to have someone like that, and if we only could get in a relationship, everything would be perfect. This is not a good approach. If you want a further exploration of this, I recommend Paper Towns by John Green. It goes pretty in-depth into this idea. The second problematic way that nice guys often see girls is as these non-critically thinking products of society that only want guys that fit the societal view of what a good guy should be. That girls aren't going after them only because they're not attractive and aren't 6'1" and don't play football, and that eventually girls will come around and realize that I am what they want. This is equally wrong and unnuanced, and I'll link to an xkcd comic in the doobly-doo that goes through this pretty well in just 3 panels. And so looking at these two flawed views of the opposite sex, it's easy to see how girls can wage a war on nice guys, because nice guys aren't actually all that nice sometimes. But now I'd like to take a minute to come to the defense of my fellow nice guys, the guys who actually have been friend-zoned. You see, a common misconception about friend-zoned guys is that they're mad at the girls that friend-zoned them. This is not entirely true. As a guy who's been friend-zoned many times before, I can tell you with pretty good certainty that guys who have been friend-zoned are not mad because a girl friend-zoned them. They're mad because every girl friend-zoned them. It's really nothing personal. If a completely different girl had said yes and he'd started dating her, he'd be completely fine with you not wanting a romantic relationship with him. And so girls, if a guy ever gets mad at you for friend-zoning him, remember it's not your fault. You're just the metaphorical straw that broke the metaphorical camel's back. And guys, keep in mind that complaining about being friend-zoned can really hurt a relationship. Like a poem I read one time said, "Before she ever friend-zoned you, you girlfriend-zoned her." So there's my take on the friend zone. I hope I cleared a couple things up. I hope that both sides start imagining the other side a little bit more complexly and that we can have good, intelligent discussions about this. Cool? I'll see you on Monday.